What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys can tell, I'm back in the normal studio setup. No longer am I home on Long Island to make my videos here. So the quality is obviously ramped back up. And also, now that I have time again, I should be able to get, hopefully, fingers crossed, have enough time to get a video out on my second channel. I have two really cool videos that I'm in the process of making here. And I think they're going to come out really well. So just give me some time to work on those. But with that being said, we do have to talk about these major cryptocurrencies and some interesting things happening within all of them. You can see within the XRP one right now, the current price has actually dipped us below our major ascending fractal, which is, it's not obviously a good news, but it is headed in a direction where I kind of planned for this to happen here. You can see we are in an ascending fractal here, which typically has a bearish bias, and we expect to see a correction to the downside here. And as you can see, this candle wick right here is starting to trend below this major uptrend here. You can see the major uptrend in this ascending fractal. We're starting to trend below it here, and it might continue us to a correction. And strongly, that's where I believe the rest of these markets are going to be moving to. And it's not just XRP. Ethereum, which we haven't gotten stopped out of yet, we moved it a little bit lower, right at about 12.15. But we are very close to getting stopped out of this. You can see as we slowly come down near it here, we're going to have to kind of figure out what's going on. But, you know, we kind of had this gut feeling, you know, when we originally rallied up to the upside here, we did buy in for a long because we somehow managed to break through our massive support level here, which I was not expecting in the slightest bit. I was expecting us to head lower first before seeing a reversal back to the upside here. But the markets, again, I'm still not out of the thought that we are still bearish here. I was very much so bearish until we saw Bitcoin and Ethereum reverse out of our major, correction that we've been seeing here. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm a little less bearish from that. But again, here you can now see we're back down below our major support, which is not good news. We broke that very easily too. And it's not just within Ethereum here. Actually, Bitcoin hasn't done that, so that's okay here. But we are going to zoom in and see what exactly is going on with that. And the S&P 500 has done nothing. Obviously, yesterday was Saturday, so we don't really see much movement here. And we are pretty much just trending sideways today here. So we'll see how this plays out come tomorrow and the rest of the week here. But I think this is going to be a very important week for cryptocurrency and the stock market here. So definitely stay tuned for this week's episodes. With that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. First and foremost, obviously, you guys know we do all of our trades here on BitYard, the #1 cryptocurrency exchange that I like to use here on the channel. This is where we buy long. This is where we sell short. This is where we leverage trade all the cryptocurrencies that I talk about here on the channel. A lot of people ask and wonder, where do you trade XRP? How can you trade XRP? Well, I use BitYard. This is a crypto in, crypto out website. That's how I like to treat it. You do have options to buy crypto with some fiat, currency, if not credit cards, but I like to just send crypto in and crypto out here. But as you guys can see, they offer Bitcoin, Ethereum, but mainly XRP, which is the big one that stands out here. Not many other exchanges that I know about offer XRP, which is huge news. BitYard does that, so it does offer that option here. We can also spot trade crypto too, which is awesome. So you can just transfer in back and forth to what cryptos you want to hold on to, and then you can withdraw them from the website, which is super cool. Otherwise, they do offer leverage trading, as you guys know. They offer short trading, so on and so forth, stop losses, take profits, so on and so forth. Best part is, the two best things is they offer a demo account. If you click demo right here, you get 100,000 in Monopoly money to test your skills on, completely free. This is zero risk. You'll lose it. You can reset it, make a new account, blah, 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 blah. I mean, if you lose 100K, you shouldn't be trading crypto. I'd say that's pretty obvious that we should go off of. But if you can do some profitable trades consistently, then maybe it's time to switch to a live account. The best part is, if you sign up with the link down in the description and click mystery box, you can get free crypto right here, which is also really cool. With that being said, moving into the other cryptocurrencies right here, what we need to talk about, if we do a quick refresh to the channel here, is everything seems to be consolidating yet again. This is what we were expecting, anticipating, because it's the weekend here. And when the S&P 500 is closed on the weekend, typically we don't see much movement within cryptocurrencies, and that's pretty much holding true today. Now, yesterday we saw a small dip in the price here, as we expected here, because if I jump to the 4-hour, you can see kind of how XRP has been trending inside this major ascending fractal here. You can see for the most part, we kind of ping pong off this resistance. We fell, as you can see, very aggressively inside and started an ascending channel or ascending fractal here, which is a bullish or a bearish bias, sorry. And you can see we create higher lows and higher highs, consistently bouncing off the top with a higher high than the last one and a higher low than the last one. And you can see here we've fallen down to retest this support right here, and there's a good chance we could break through it, but we won't know until tomorrow here. But ideally, we don't necessarily necessarily look the best right now. As we slowly start to fill in the gap here, we are going to be retesting a major resistance, which has the possibility of breaking out of. We've done it in the past here, but ideally what we're looking for is for XRP's weekly to close us above this major resistance. If the weekly chart can close us above here, that's very good news, and there's a good chance we could be exploding to the upside here, but we won't know for sure until that happens. Otherwise, there's a chance that we could easily wick back down below it, as we've done in the past here, and reverse all the way down to 30 cents. So truly focus on the weekly chart for XRP before you do any sort of buy-in. That's what I'm doing specifically. There's also a bigger chance now of a bearish correction here. Ethereum has managed to break through its support, which is unfortunate. Probably going to get stopped out within the next couple of days as we slowly start to slide down lower here. We'll see where exactly this lands us, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. We do have the trade open here, but we also have one open on Bitcoin, which really isn't seeing much movement at all today, unlike Ethereum here. But you can kind of see we've kind of stalled out. When you look at something like this, the first thing I want to do is just slightly tweak this graph, because you can see if we focus on the 4-hour, it does actually line up pretty well. We could easily pull this like this, and I can easily adjust this. If I slide this up higher on the 4-hour, slide this out here, you can kind of see the pattern that's starting to form here, and it doesn't look bad like the way I'm adjusting this, but I know I'm going to get negative comments for adjusting this. Maybe something like this. This is what it looks like here. A massive descending triangle or a pennant flag formation here. This has a bullish bias, so we'll see how this plays out. This typically has a bias that breaks us to the upside here, which is good news, and it is exciting, and we've recovered down to 50 on the RSI, so there is a chance that we could actually be breaking bullish. It's really 50-50. Nobody knows for sure what exactly is going on. Ethereum looks bearish. Ethereum looks bearish. XRP looks bearish. Bitcoin, in the 4-hour sense, looks slightly bullish here, but when we jump to the daily, it's hit or miss at this point. We could easily do one or the other here. I guess it all kind of depends on how the S&P 500 decides to play out in the next coming weeks here, or the next coming days to be precise here. As you guys know, we haven't broken out in the S&P 500 just yet. We're still inside a major, ascending fractal. We have this downtrend. We formed an ascending fractal, and we do have bearish bias at play here. We haven't broken out of it yet. We are still creating higher lows and higher highs than the last here, and we did just recently retest this top resistance, so we are starting to slide lower here, but we have a lot of bearish signals. We have a price ceiling. We have a downtrend. We have moving averages. We have this top resistance. We jump to the weekly. You could see where it becomes problematic here. You can see how we are retesting moving averages. We are retesting the price ceiling. We are retesting the top of this downtrend here. There's a lot suggesting potential correction here, but we will see how this plays out in the next coming days. You can also see if I jump to the daily here, and this is what's concerning to me, is we have an uptrend, a beautiful uptrend at that. Where you can see we've slowly scaled up, and you can see how the markets move like that. And then when we hit the top, we dump. Right here, we dump. And this was right at 71, we dumped, and you can see we're currently at 61, so not much higher could we cause a reversal. We could easily see a swing maybe up to 41, and then we could easily dump lower, and we'd get screwed. Obviously, why buy when the markets are overbought when you can buy when the markets are oversold? So we'll see how this plays out. Again, you can clearly tell that there is a lower high pattern, a much bigger, like a weekly lower high pattern forming, a lower high and lower low pattern. You can see it here on the weekly. Since the breakout or the breakdown in January, we've now been slowly consolidating lower and lower and lower, but short term, we do have this uptrend here. So it's very interesting. There's markets all over the place here. I have a bearish bias on this. I'd be shocked if we managed to once again rally up through this. It'd be very interesting, but history doesn't necessarily prove what's to come in the future here. We have broken out of this, which I was not expecting here, but this was caused by mega inflation and mega money dumping into the market with extremely low interest rates. Now we have higher interest rates here, so it's shocking to see if we see an explosion to the upside again outside an overbought area here. But I mean, if we manage to close the weekly like above this resistance here, there's a very big chance we could head up higher here, and maybe then I'll put my money in where we are right now to capture this run here. But I just feel like they're probably going to try to bring this market back inside this ascending fractal. That's where my head's at. That's where I would like to believe we're headed to. You can see we do have this ascending fractal, but we do at some point, we do create these other movements here. I don't know. I really don't. We've been in this major one here. Could we at some point correct lower and form another one? I don't know. Are we going to reverse up from here? I don't know. I'd like to think we'd fall back inside this major trend here and continue the rally to the upside here. But hanging out too high up here, we could be starting a new pattern because we've now seen this major switch in the market here. The last time we were the last time we were here, we were overbought. And the last time we were here, we were overbought. You can see how that works now. When we were retesting the price ceiling, we were overbought. When we were retesting the price ceiling here, we were overbought. When we were retesting it here, overbought. And here, overbought. So now, flash forward, we're retesting the price ceiling again, and we're only trading at 50 on the RSI, which gives us plenty of room to the upside. That's why things are a little skewed right now. So there is possibility we could break through it, but it it really just depends on how we react. If we can break through it like we did here, then there's a lot to to buy in on, and I'll buy in here, and we won't really be down by much because I'll be buying in from this low here. I'll be buying it at a discount from highs to here. It'd be 15% off instead of, unfortunately, like 25% off from the top. Yeah, 26%. I'll be at 15%, which is fine too. But we'll see where this market moves us to. But with that being said, that's about it for today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.